free.
Alrighty, welcome to this reading, Dippit. So, I've now finished The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley, and because I haven't read one of her books in a while, that I forgot that she writes multi-POV kind of books. So we have the perspective of Owen, Bella, Francesca, and Eddie, and then we also get the perspective of like a journal entry from way back in the day, and you find out, you know, about kind of like halfway whose journal this actually is. So what it is that there's this like hotel that had just opened, and on the summer solstice, which is July or June 21st, that they're having this like midnight feast to kind of like celebrate the opening of the hotel, the hotel resort, the getaway place, and that like Eddie works for the hotel as a summer job, and the others are people who are guests there. And it's just, you know, kind of like the book starts off with who done it, and kind of we're just trying to figure it out from there. I think what I liked about it is that it all started to unravel, you know, you didn't really get to know what was really going on until there was maybe 80 pages left, and it kind of kept going. And you also get 2 months later of like the other people's perspectives, and it's just who died, why did they die, and how, I don't know, this book kind of reminded me of her, was that The Guest List a little bit, right, where there was just like this big event that kind of went down, and kind of this kind of festive occasion, I guess. Kind of liked about it. I mean, because it's been like a year since I read her other books, because I've read everything else that she has written, I can't really remember any of the other. The only book I remember of hers reading is like The Paris Apartment, there's The Hunting Party, and The Guest List. The Guest List is the one that I remember the most, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It was pretty intriguing. I mean, as a thriller, it was pretty good. I mean, I think I would definitely suggest others read it, and it had me guessing. It was just kind of, I read most of it today, and because it's multi-POV, the chapters are quite small. There are some that are only half a page, so the book actually went rather quickly, but I'm happy that I was able to get it, and just, you know, just quick read. Loved it. Maybe a 4 out of 5, just because it kind of had me guessing, but I kind of felt that it was a little slow to begin with. I remember that about The Paris Apartment as well. Like, it was just very, very slow. Didn't really pick up until you were really trying to find out who done it, kind of a thing. Enjoy it, and I have hope for her in the future. I mean, I most likely read everything that she has read, because I've read everything so far that she has read. So, you know, another author that I read her whole, it's not a discography, but like, I forget what the word is, but all of her books that she has written. So, thumbs up. Alright, bye. Yeah, I guess I just want to pop back in for another Dippit. Is that I'm not sure what I'm going to read next, but, you know, it's because I was out majority this weekend because it was kind of day weekend, and I was able to get a lot of enjoyment in, and I had lots of great fun. So that's why I kind of had a bunch of time to read it today, and instead of spreading it out. I mean, honestly, I should have read it, majority of it, yesterday, but you know, I was out doing some cleaning, enjoying the long weekend, as one should, right? But yeah, I was having a bit of a midnight feast of my own, I guess. But this is it for me. Alright, bye. Hello and welcome to this reading Dippit. I've started to read Ones and Zeros by Dan Wells. This is one of the teen books in which I picked up from the bookstore on Saturday. I thought it'd be a quick, easy read. It's like a future dystopian where they live in Los Angeles, and it's just it takes place in 2050, and these kids are just there, well, that there, like, no real conflict has happened yet. You're just finding out more about like the main character, and how everything is just, you know, just really learning about the environment, and how like religion still exists, and just how, you know, it's everything is like VR but better, and how you can have like quite literally like a lot better kind of like life, and just see your sensory how everything's a lot of fun. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be great. I've only read a few chapters so far, but looking forward to more. Yeah. All right. Bye. Hi, hello, and welcome to this reading Dippit. So I really haven't been doing a lot of updating, mainly because I had a bit of a fall, and I've sprained like my foot / ankle area, so I've been really kind of nursing that back to health, right? But I have about 100 pages left of ones and zeros. I'm not really into it as I thought I was going to be, and that so like how they worked the title into the book was that there's two kinds of people in the world, those who matters and those who don't, ones and zeros. So there is that, right? And it's just like about like these like kids who are kind of discovering this mystery and are saving the world. I mean, I feel like I'm going to DNF this book, even though, or well, I'm going to consider it a DNF, even though I'm probably going to finish it, because I'm not really reading it. I really couldn't tell you what it was about, right? But while I'm reading it, it's like I can't even tell you the main character's name. I mean, like I guess her name is Marissa, but I can't really tell you what's going on, really, other than like it's just like it's very futuristic. I like the combination of like the characters and what they're saying, and how like technology works, and how like their watches, and how they're the GPS locators, and how they can like turn it off so nobody knows where they are. I kind of like that aspect, but it's like I'm reading it, but I'm not really. So, but I did end up getting a bit of a library haul, and that is Kiss Sarah Wheeler by Casey McQuiston, and I got the China City Solution by Thomas Campbell, MD. Like I think for this one I'm just going to peruse, not really read, but Casey McQuiston. I've read her other book, so this should be a great one to read. But so this is kind of my current reading plan. Sorry for the lack of updates. You know, I've just, like I was saying, I've just been dealing with a sore foot and really just hobbling around. Kind of it right now. So, yay! Alright, bye! Hello, and welcome to this reading Dippit. So, I've now finished reading Ones and Zeros by Dan Wells. And it was cool that, of course, like, the kids end up, like, winning and defeating, like, the adults in the situation. But I really like, the big kind of issue that happened was really that because the technology is just so far advanced and everybody's just kind of interfering with everybody else, that these kids had to, and like just the government is tracing everybody through their IDs and like through just the technology that they have, that it's kind of like Big Brother and how everybody wants to know what everybody else is doing, that the kids are just able to overcome them and just, you know, again, be kids at the end of the book and be able to survive and put the government in their place and be able to play games and, you know, go, I think it's the cherry dogs, right? Go them, right? But it's just happy that the kids got to stay together, and just, I really liked the world building with the kids. I thought it was really well done. And I would give it maybe like a 2 out of 5. It's just that, you know, it's an easy read, but I wasn't really into the book as much as I thought I would be, but it is what it is. I liked it, and yeah, it was just worth reading. Happy I read. That's about it. And I did like the world building of the technology. Yay! Alright, bye! Bye, hello, and welcome to this reading Dippit. Alright, so we're going to talk about books, and bookish kind of content, as I do provide. Alright, so first off, right, because I finished reading Ones and Zeros, and well, I was kind of confused about it at the beginning, but I thought it was you know, really well done in like the world building. I still got what was going on and whatnot. I ended up realizing that at the very end, when I looked at it on Goodreads, that this is like book 2 of a series, which is like why I was kind of like, okay, we're just gonna ignore certain things. So yeah, so on everything and not really getting it because it's book 2. Alright, and then last week at the bookstore, I also picked up Alone by Scott Siegler. I looked it up, and this is book 3 of a series, so I'm just going to donate this to a mini library. I'm going to go donate this one to a mini library as well. Hopefully they can bring somebody else some happiness. I ended up picking up Forever Young, a memoir of Hayley Mills, so I'm just going to peruse through this because I am interested, but I'm not really interested in her. I don't know, like, I might keep it, I might not keep it, just it's here, so it's just going to be perusing. Same with the China Study Solution, you know, so 2 books to peruse. I think I'm going to start reading Sarah Wheeler by Casey McQuiston. You know, officially reading it. And as you can see, new display of the books. Don't know if I like it, but it is what it is. And then over here, we got kind of like a current TBR. We got a Inked in Blood by Danielle Jensen, A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness, and the Perks Being a Wallflower. And what's this one called again? Alright, Deadeye, The Mutant Files by William C. Diaz. Right, so that's just kind of it for right now, and my book of the month book should be coming next week as well. So yeah, that's just kind of it. Don't know what else to say, but yeah, I think that this should be more easier and manageable. Oh no, I had a landslide of books. That's okay, I'll fix it. Oh my goodness. But anyways, reading plans, 2 books to go to mini libraries, 2 books to peruse through, and 1 book to read, with 4 other ones to read. And I guess I also got another book on hold at the library, which I may pick up today, may pick them on Monday. I don't know. Alright, but it is what it is. And it's a Lynn Painter book, so I'm hoping to read her backlist here soon. So yeah. Alright, well that's it. Thumbs up. Alright, bye! Hello and welcome to this reading Dippit. So I'm about halfway through Forever Young, Hayley Mills' memoir, and apparently I'm a lot more interested in her life, considering that I started it today. I'm already halfway through. Now I have like kind of skimmed over some parts because there is just like some movies and things in her life where I wasn't interested in. But one of the things I didn't really realize about her was like all the movies in which she has done, for one, but that she ended up going to finishing school, right? And the Swiss Alps, which is ridiculous to think about, but it was the 60s, right? And it's just kind of what you did, and that was French speaking. She didn't know how to speak any French, and so it took her a couple months to really kind of get into the swing of things and to be able to, you know, like learn the language and how like isolating that must be for her. But you know what, she learned, and you know what, you pick up from there. The next couple chapters she's going to talk about you know, like that darn cat, which I'm really interested in, and then, you know, her kind of a more adult life and her 2 kids. So I'm excited about reading it, and thumbs up so far. Alright, bye! Hello and welcome to this reading Dippit. So, I've now finished the memoir of Hayley Mills of Forever Young, and oh my goodness, I am really impressed by it. I knew that I would like reading it and everything, but there's like a lot of things that I didn't realize like about her. At the very end, like that her accountant lost like all her money, and so she spent all these years working, and all for naught because she didn't end up with any money. But you know, she was still able to work, and that I knew that she was married and then she got divorced, and just that her husband that she had convinced her to kind of like take on roles that she wouldn't normally do. And it was just, she had this very kind of, she did try to shake the kind of childhood, the kind of like the Disney princess kind of vibe that she had going on to take on more adult roles. But you know, as she said, like, she still had this very idyllic way of looking at like the world, very kind of very Pollyanna of her kind of a thing. And that was like her first kind of breakout role that she had with Disney, right? And that you know, when her contract with Disney was coming up for renewal, that debating like, do I sign on for another 5 years, or do I take on a more serious roles, or separate from like the family and what she knew. She did not renew her contract with Disney, obviously, but she ended up taking on some other roles. And so I'm really interested in seeing a lot of her other roles that she had. And she also had a problem with bulimia, which I can understand, atypical, but she did have a good family and friends to rely on, so that is great. Overall, I would say it was a 4 out of 5 because I was just really impressed with it, and I didn't think I would really enjoy it as much as I did, and I really didn't think I would read it all in one day. Now, I should have split it up a little bit more, but you know, still happy that I read it. Alright, that's it for right now. Bye! Hello everybody, welcome to this reading Dippit and the end of this week's vlog. Alright, so we have read an adult fiction book, a non-fiction book, and a teen book. So 3 books this week, and I've created a new background display, and I have lots of books to choose from for what I'm going to read. But because I spent a majority of my night last night reading, I'm going to take the time to relax this morning. So I'm not too sure which book I'm going to read, but I have displayed which ones I would. It's going to be a tough decision on what I'm going to read next, but I know it's going to be great, and I look forward to it. Give it all a thumbs up. Alright, and I hope that everybody has a great, wonderful week, and everybody has a happy reading and is able to enjoy all the festivals that they have going on in their town, and that nobody injures themselves like I have with my foot. Man, it's doing a lot better, but still enjoy. Alright, bye!